It's indeed going on Jerome's. So this is like the garage rant, except it's starting to get a little bit cold and didn't want to kick on the heater in the garage. But we're here in the basement, real basement garage rant, so the Vikings won. It's the good news. But was it an ugly game? Yes. Did the offense look like ass? Thank you throughout most of it? Yes. But does it still count the same? Does it still spend the same in the win column? Yes. Yes, it absolutely does. And, you know, during the game, I was just thinking, I was like, I'm really glad I didn't fly out there for this game. Where, hey, Vikings fans who paid hundreds and thousands for flights and hotels and bar bills and tickets and all that stuff, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I think that there should be a class action lawsuit. Like, how do they play the lowest scoring indoor football game in NFL history? Because it would be one thing if the Vikings won 3-0 in a monsoon game, right? But this was literally indoors. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. But like I said, initially during the game and also after the game, I was just a little bit like, But then you started breaking it down. First off, the Flores Hellfire defense, an amazing performance. You had a shutout. They were 3 of 4 on third down. You allowed 202 yards of offense. You shut down Davante Adams. And overall, it was a hell of a game. And Flores' defense has allowed one touchdown in the last 12 quarters. And frankly, this has been the best 3-game defensive stretch for a Vikings team probably since peak Zimmer years, like 2017, type era. So you got that going on, which is nice. Also, you do need a solid defense in the playoffs. Hey, Donishell. Hey, Donishell's defense last year, good times, man. And also special teams got its head out of its ass. Now, Greg Joseph, yes, did miss a field goal, but Ryan Wright was actually really damn good today because he got a lot of work. Maybe he just has to be a volume shooter. Like maybe he has to be Carmelo Anthony out there versus just 1 or 2 punts a game. Who knows? But the return game was solid too. The coverage game was good. So basically 2 out of 3 things with your team look pretty good. Now offensively, I understand why Kevin O'Connell rolled with Josh Dobbs, because you saw how good Dobbs was second half against the Falcons, first half against the Saints, and it's just like, mama, I can change him. So 2 full weeks, and you adjust the offense to suit Josh Dobbs' skill set, and you might have something going. But they didn't. They didn't. Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips completely lied to us. Like all week, they're like, oh, you have to adjust your offense to the skill set of your players. Now, there was a couple read options. Sure, but they screwed those up, and Dobbs was on the perimeter more, but it just wasn't there. And Dobbs, he wasn't horrifically bad, but he wasn't good either. And I firmly blame Josh Dobbs for the hospital ball that put JJ out of the game and literally put him in the hospital, because just the placement on that was horrifically bad. And Marcus Epps got a free shot at JJ. Kevin O'Connell said that he's going to be day-to-day. It's good news that he's out of the hospital and flying back with the team. So hopefully Jefferson will be good on Saturday. But Dobbs, he literally just cannot get the offense moving. And you would think that, hey, bad offensive line, you have a mobile quarterback that you could do something. He didn't. He didn't. So I give props to Kevin O'Connell for making the change to Nick Mullins. Now, you could debate all the live long day. Should it be Nick Mullins or should it be Jaren Hall? I understand why people, and myself included, want to get a look at Jaren Hall. I think that he has upside. I think that he could potentially be the guy, but also he's going to be here for 3 more years. And Nick Mullins, he is the veteran, even though Nick Mullins is a little bit more YOLO than you would expect, but he did what he needed to do today. He didn't do anything fancy. He just distributed the football and didn't make mistakes and didn't take sacks, that which is the name of the game. Basically, you just need someone under center who's not going to F up with this defensive playing the way that it is right now. And they got to scrape together something. Hawkinson playing hero ball. Addison needs to step back up. JJ being back in there healthy. Offensive line gets their head out of their ass and gets healthy. So you could do some damage there. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, do you get extra points for style? No. Or would you rather the Vikings and the Raiders played the game of the year, ended up 42-41, but the Vikings lost? But, oh, it's a good game. Bottom line, the Vikings won, and that's all that matters. And we're on to Cincinnati. Literally, I've been waiting years to say that. But basically everything went the Vikings' way playoffs wise today, where the Vikings won, the Lions lost, the Rams lost, the Seahawks lost, and the Falcons lost. So the Vikings at 7-6, sitting pretty comfortably in that 6th seed. Now, if Green Bay were to lose tomorrow night in New York, but really New Jersey, would love to see it. But I understand people being upset. I understand feeling gross about watching that game, and we're probably going to have another quarterback change heading into Saturday. Kevin O'Connell was non-committal, but I think it does need to be Mullins. I think that he just needs to distribute the football to his playmakers, and the defense is playing at a Super Bowl caliber level, and it's just, we can't get it right, because if we had Flores' defense last year, the Vikings win the whole thing with Cousins and JJ and Hawkinson, but it is what it is. But the Vikings, they won. That's all I can say about that. And Josh Dobbs should never see the field again in a Vikings uniform, especially just leaving JJ out to dry like that. Come on, man. Come on. But anyways, that's it. Skull, you know what to do. Venmo, no production value.